Welcome back to my YouTube channel for the latest updates on the real estate market here in Huntsville, Alabama. There's a lot of people asking a lot of questions after the news has broke about the NAR settlement, and they're wondering, how does it affect me as a buyer and how does it affect the seller? Traditionally, the seller has offered the commission to be paid at closing through the listing broker. The broker would then divide that commission with the selling agent, and if the listing broker were also the selling agent, they would receive the whole amount or agree to a lesser amount due to varying circumstances. It's not true that the commission has been a set rate. There's traditionally been a market rate due to the cost and time it takes to sell a home, and agents have always had the ability to negotiate with their own clients to tweak that rate for the circumstances and the marketing that would be necessary for the home to sell at the highest and best price. The reason behind the traditional process for the seller to pay the listing broker the full amount for both the buyer and the seller agent fee is due to the cost and how the funds are distributed at closing. The buyer brings their down payment and their closing cost, and the lender does not finance the commission fee. So that commission fee has traditionally been included in the price of the home. With the new model, the listing broker in most cases will no longer pay the buyer broker fee. This fee can still be included in the sales price of the home. However, it is now negotiated with the buyer and the seller on the offer. Under the new rules, the buyer must sign an agreement with the buyer agent up front before touring any homes. It's no longer allowed for a realtor to open a lockbox and tour a home without an agreement in place. The buyer and their agent will agree to the buyer agent fee on this agreement. The fee is not payable unless a closing happens. The fee offered by the seller to be a part of the purchase price, if any, is no longer displayed on the MLS for the buyer agent to see. The seller is not required to offer a fee to a buyer agent, and as always, commissions are not set by law and are not governed by any realtor association and are fully negotiable. With this new model, the seller will need to consider that in the past, the final sales price or the final purchase price included the buyer fee, and if the buyer fee is no longer offered, this may affect the final sales price. The seller will also need to consider that the buyer may not have the additional funds needed to pay the buyer's agent to bring to closing. If the buyer is unable to negotiate their fee with the seller on the offer, then the buyer may be forced to move on to another home. So here's a few questions that I have seen asked. Will it benefit the buyer to go directly to the selling agent to purchase the home? If the buyer goes directly to the selling agent to purchase the home, they will not need to sign a buyer agency agreement to simply view the home with the seller's agent. However, they will be required to sign an agreement before the seller's agent can assist them with writing an offer or any other buyer-related duties. This form would also disclose the fee that the agent would be charging for the buyer side of the services. So if the seller is asking more for the home, does that and does not want to pay the buyer's fee, does that mean the home is overpriced? This may or may not be the case. This is a good reason to have a buyer's agent in your corner to assist with market price that you will consider paying for the home. The home may be overpriced, it could be underpriced, which might allow for the purchaser to make a higher offer so that the fee is included in the purchase price. How much is the buyer's fee? The fee can be negotiated, as always, with your buyer's agent. This fee can vary depending on how long you anticipate it taking to find a home, how many homes you will be viewing, what hours you anticipate being available to view homes, such as if you're only available on the weekends or the evenings, how much guidance you may need with the closing process, helping with the loan process, market analysis for each home of interest, negotiating your final price, and then negotiating your repairs, setting up your closing appointments and your final walkthroughs, arranging access during various times in the process. If you need to go back and view again, measuring for items, access for home inspections, appraisers, and the final walkthrough. There's much time and many different issues and negotiations that may take place with each offer. Your buyer's agent is more valuable than ever. So how much is the seller's fee? The fee can be negotiated as always with your seller's agent. This fee can vary depending on the services you would like your seller's agent to perform. So such as, would your agent need to be present at all showings, arranging professional services such as cleaning, yard maintenance, repairs, professional photography, staging consultations, paid advertising, MLS inclusion, social media ads, video, drone, open house, and other advertising. So I'm Karen Harrison with RE/MAX Alliance, and I've been helping buyers and sellers for 25 years. I'm a certified negotiation expert. I'm a certified listing professional. And being a top agent in the Huntsville, Alabama area for many years, I pride myself on staying up to date on these changes in the industry and other market conditions. So I'd love to help answer any other questions or concerns you have, and I service the Madison County area and surrounding areas in north central Alabama. You can find my contact number and my website below, and I look forward to hearing from you.